Yo guys, just Cliff here. Let's talk about something. Welcome to TGN Talks, the show where we discuss gaming and everything in between. On today's episode, me and some friends of mine will be discussing our thoughts on the Nintendo Switch's 1-year anniversary. Let's get right into it. Why don't you lovelies introduce yourself?
Hey, it's GameSunk here. Yeah, I'm GameSunk. I'm joining him.
And I'm SuperSkip64. I'll also be joining.
Okay, so let's get started. So, as you guys already know, it is Nintendo Switch's 1-year anniversary next Saturday, March 3rd, 2018. And I am personally excited about it. It's, to be honest with you guys, it's crazy to even imagine that it's been an entire year, because 2017 was so many things that I can describe. Like, it was so much. I can't wait to discuss it with you guys. The first thing that I want to talk about is our initial reactions to the Switch, because for those who don't know, who don't remember, the Switch had a massive change. Like, first of all, there were rumors upon rumors. It was crazy. It was first called Nintendo codename NX, and there was like massive rumors going around. I remember like in 2016, I was subscribed to so many news channels and rumor channels because there was so many rumors left and right. It's gonna be a console. It's gonna be a handheld. It's gonna be a oval controller. I don't know if you guys remember that. But it's crazy. And then there was so many rumors going on, and there were so many people just saying, Nintendo, when are you gonna talk about the system? You know, it's almost 2017. When are we gonna hear about this brand new system? And they just went on Twitter randomly at like midnight and like, hey guys, we're gonna talk about this new system called Nintendo Switch. And I'm like, wait, what? So I would like to know what you guys thought of the initial reveal, because my entire that entire reveal was crazy. I can give you like a complete rundown. I remember I was waking up, I was getting ready to go to work. And I was about to hop out. I was about to get out the house. I was about to go into my ride so I could go to work. But I was checking YouTube because I check YouTube, and stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's see what I have in my subscription box. I see Nintendo. I see Nintendo Switch. I'm like, wait, Nintendo Switch? What is this? And I'm like at the door. I'm at the door. And I'm like, and I see the commercial. I'm like, dun, 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 dun. I just hear the music and stuff. I'm like, wait, it's true. It was actually true. It's like a handheld that you can take with you. It has, and then the Joy-Cons attached. I'm like, wait, what? You can detach it? What? This is crazy. I was like insane. My mind was blown. And then the fact that they showed off Zelda for the system. They showed off a new Mario game, which ended up being Mario Odyssey. They showed off Skyrim. Like, Skyrim on the Nintendo system? That was like, wait, what? They showed off NBA and then also, to kick it off, they showed off Splatoon 2, which, that hyped me up. I was super hyped. I was excited. And basically that entire day, I could not contain myself at work. Like, I was like thinking of the Switch 24/7. Like, wait, it comes out in March? Oh my god, can I just have my hand on this system? I was hyped. My mind could not get off of this thing. But besides that, what were you guys' reaction? Like, how do you react to the review trailer?
I guess I'll go first. So, I remember I was in school, and then, so I don't remember what time the trailer dropped, but I remember hearing some people during lunch talking about the Switch, and I was like, wait, what? Switch? And then I just went on YouTube, and yeah, it was real. It just seemed all fake, like coming after the Wii U. Yeah, it was pretty weird.
How about you, Connor?
Oh man. Well, talking about the Wii U, I remember when that first was announced, and I remember there was this I can't find it, but there was this weird trailer for it, showing off some of the cool stuff you can do, like putting it on the floor and like a golf ball.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, this thing's gonna be awesome. And then when we got the Wii U, there were just so many missed opportunities with it. Like they didn't implement it the way I thought they would. Mostly it was just like a second screen.
Yeah.
Which was, you know, it had its moments where it was really neat, but it was just like a glorified DS. But so when I saw these rumors for the Switch and like, you know, they had the patents and stuff or whatever, I was like, that's not gonna happen. And then they show the trailer. And man, the moment that started, and like you said, when he's like fighting the dragon in Skyrim, and I'm like, no way. And then he takes it out, and then I flipped out. I was like, what is going on?
Yes.
Like, what? He's taking, like, he's gonna get it out of the house. It's not gonna like disconnect. And then I was like, well, what's the difference between that and like a 3DS? But I was like, well, it's like, then I was like, well, it's actually a console. Like, it's hard to explain that to like someone else, but it's actually like a console quality game. Mm-hmm. And then there's that scene with like the kids in the airport sitting next to like the like sitting down, and I'm like, yes. Well, then I see like a power outlet. I'm like, this makes me think like, how's the battery life on this thing? Because it seems like it's gonna be like an hour. So that was like my big thought. And then I saw the one with the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh yes, like, that I was like the minute, because like the whole like the whole using the Joy-Con separately as like Wii remote type of thing. Yeah, that was cool too. But I had I don't think anyone saw it coming to use the Joy-Con sideways. I'm like, wait, what? You can use them as an actual controller individually? I was like, wait, I'm like mind blown.
Yeah, but there were like as many answers that I got. I was left with like 100 questions because I'm like, do these things have, you know, motion, I guess? So do they have, you know, can you point at the screen like a Wii? You know, and then I was thinking that stick that came out of the headrest, I was like, I want that. Like, I want to be in the car and put a thing so my sister and I can play, and that never came out from Nintendo.
Yeah.
But that was like
surprisingly about that, you can actually their party actually made a car adapter though in Australia.
Yeah, I have one. I have a type of one, but I was fixated on that. Like, to be honest, that was one of the things I was like, I need that. And you said Splatoon 2, so there's that. They didn't say like Splatoon 2 at the moment, but they showed Splatoon and they showed Mario Kart. So I'm like, this thing. They showed that. I didn't see cartridges when I first watched that trailer. I guess I missed it, but I was like, does this thing take discs? Like, how does this work? So is this backwards compatible with the Wii U? Or are you gonna get like a special code? But obviously we got like deluxe in a sequel, so I was like, this is pretty cool. So that was like my big impression.
No, what's Splatoon? I automatically knew that was a sequel. Like, I'm like, no, this is not a port. This is a sequel, because like, you know, the animations were different. You had different hairstyles. The hairstyles were different, and this is a new map. I'm like, yeah, this is a sequel. I'm like, yep, Splatoon 2. And it was crazy though, because I'm like, Splatoon came out 2 years prior. I'm like, wait, this is crazy. Which leads into like the next topic, which has to do with the January event, because I think about a good month or so after that initial reveal, Nintendo tweeted out that it's going to be a January press conference in Japan, and I was pumped. I was excited and then slightly disappointed, because I think this, you know, we wanted to see more. So some of the things that we wanted to see, we did end up seeing at E3 later on, but we were able to see the launch titles, which I will say, the launch titles were kind of on a weak sauce when it comes to Nintendo. Besides the main one, which was, and I think everyone saw it coming, was Breath of the Wild. That, like, the minute, like, at the end of the event, when they showed off the trailer and everything, and said, I'm like, please say March. Please say March. Please say March. And I'm like, March 3rd. I'm like, yep, instant buy. I am going to Amazon. You are going to be pre-ordered tonight. You know, I was excited. And then I love that, this the entire overview of the system itself. Especially, I love Koizumi. Oh man, like, he's like I honestly see him as like the next Iwata. Like, he has Iwata's spirit. If you know who Koizumi is. Like when he did the Joy-Con presentation.
That was amazing.
There was so many things I didn't know about, like the whole the HD rumble. I didn't see that coming, or the IR sensor that came out of nowhere. Which I can't wait to see that implemented on Nintendo Labo. That's going to use the IR sensor a lot.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's go into launch titles. So I'm gonna actually pull this up. I wasn't prepared, guys. For those who are watching, give me like 1 second. I should have been prepared. Okay, so yeah, at the January event, they mentioned like a lot of games. The big one was Breath of the Wild, like I said previously. They also introduced 1-2 Switch, which I will say, this is my little opinion on it. It's a good game, but it wasn't worth $60. Definitely not. Skylanders Imaginators, Super Bomberman R, Just Dance, and that was launch day. And then for March, Snipper Clips, Fast RMX, Has Been Heroes. April, they announced Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. For autumn, which I guess that was right. Autumn was ARMS, Desire 5, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Rhyme, and it's funny because they actually said that Splatoon 2 was going to be winter, which it ended up being summer. So it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, ARMS actually was spring and not autumn. It was more of a spring title.
Also, I'm pretty sure Rhyme didn't even come out in autumn as well.
Yeah, it didn't come out. And then Skyrim was supposed to be spring, but it ended up being more like fall. And Super Mario Odyssey was holiday, which, yeah, it was holiday. And then Xenoblade, Minecraft, FIFA, Super Street Fighter 2, Sonic Mania, I Am Setsuna, Steep, Siberia 3, NBA 2K, and Xenoverse 2 Days was announced 2017 in general. So a good solid amount to be announced. Though I did want like one more first party title for the Switch, but I still liked what we had. Especially Zelda. Like Zelda, oh man, I don't know about you guys, but when I got my Switch, well, I'll talk about this later because I don't want to go off topic. But man, that game, I'll hold my comment.
Most of my life.
I'll hold my comment on that. But yeah, what did you guys think about that event? Did you guys watch it live or did you watch it after?
I watched it live.
Okay.
Like the build-up was insane, and then they had like the I don't know if it was a band, but they had like some people playing, and then they had those lights and everything.
Oh yeah, yep, the lights. That was pretty hype.
Yeah, then it said like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 switch. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I told my mom specifically, I'm like, I want to record this. Like I sit down with a notepad, I'm like, I'm gonna make a video on this, which I never did, obviously. And I just wrote down all the stuff that was going on, took screenshots from my phone, and I thought it was hilarious because you remember, I don't know if you remember the big like thing around it was the announcer from the English.
Oh yes,
really
yes.
Sounding.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
he was like a nice guy.
Yeah, I remember that.
He sounded super unenthused. Like the guy on stage was like, "What the fuck?" And then the guy was like, "Welcome to my game." And then it was like, "Oh no, this is terrible." And then my mom and I were laughing, but it was like it was kind of sad. But
I remember that because on Twitter, like I remember like after the event on Twitter, everyone was like making memes saying that he's probably gonna be fired. Which is funny because I think the next day or so, like the next week, I think Nintendo like had like an a hiring for a translator.
Oh jeez.
I'm like, wow, yep, that guy got fired probably.
Oh my gosh, that was terrible. I love like the event though was like wild. Like it was so interesting, and like you said, the HD Rumble, like that guy who was like doing the magic show was so cool, and it just made me even want it more. And of course, like you said, the games they announced at the time, and the way they showed Zelda off again, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't wait for this.
Like, that was the best way to end it off was showing Zelda. That was like I think that's really what helped them out, is that it got so much hype, it got people in, and people who would have probably want to buy it on Wii U decided to buy a Switch for it, like me.
Exactly. Yep.
Because because the main reason why I wanted to get a Switch is because, you know, I work a lot, like, you know, on the weekdays. So
Yeah.
I like what I used to do before the Switch even was a thing. Is I used to bring my 3DS to work, and I would play that sometimes. But when I saw this, I'm like, oh my god, I can play Zelda, and like, it's you don't know how it feels. Like, it's so awesome being able to, like, continue your progress with you. You can just, you know, continue where you left off. And just play
And
anywhere.
console quality.
Yeah, and it's HD.
I just like any Zelda. Yeah,
And
it's awesome.
It's an awesome advertising piece, because I remember after I got it, which, I mean, this goes into like the launch day experience, but not really. But I remember, like, you know, like when I would bring it to work, you know, during that month in March, I remember people were like, "Wait, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh, this is a Switch," you know, and it was like a nice little, like, you know, the Switch was like a nice little talking piece where you can, like, you know, advertise basically, like, "Hey, this is a Switch. This is what you can do. You do Joy-Con and everything," you know.
Did it go for pre-order that night?
I
I think it did, right?
think it was midnight.
I think a lot of people were like talking about it. And I was like, I'm gonna miss it.
Yep, I remember that. But I guess we can go on to. I guess we talk about launch day experience. I mean, is there anything else that you guys wanna add on to it on the event itself?
Yeah, you go ahead. Oh yeah, you first.
Okay. I want to add on the part that you guys remember when EA came on with FIFA?
Oh yeah.
And then everyone was like, EA's already dumping the Switch, like,
Yeah.
because they haven't even showed basically any support for it, and they claimed that they were.
Yeah,
but
and the funny thing about it is that FIFA, even though it's on the Switch, I have it on the Switch. What really bothers me about FIFA on the Switch is that they didn't even take the time to add an online component with your friends.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Which is funny, because on the other versions you can play with friends, which, you know, I don't know why they didn't take the time to do that.
Yeah, if Rocket League can do it, you know?
Yeah.
Why not then? I mean, I don't know how it takes to develop a game, and I'm not saying I do, but it's like other people usually do, and that's a huge part of FIFA is playing online with other people. I don't play it, but I know my friend does.
Okay. I guess I can ask you guys if there was something that you wanted to see at the event that we didn't see.
Smash Bros.
I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping that we was gonna see Smash Bros 2. I was expecting. I was kind of like, "Oh, we're gonna see Smash." I was that guy. Which is kind of funny, because they didn't show Mario Kart at the event live. They showed it. They had it on their YouTube channel though, which I found kind of funny. Like they put the trailer like an hour before. I think like an hour after the event, they put a trailer on YouTube. I'm like, wait, why wasn't this in the event? I'm like, wait, what? Mario Kart?
Like, you know Mario Kart. You're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for either something Pokemon, and also more about Mario, because I was so like, I want to know more. Like, what kind is this like? And it, you know, of course, it didn't disappoint, but that's another story.
Yeah, I was. Oh man, Mario Odyssey 2. That was. I liked that part of the event. That was really nice.
That was great.
Because Mario.
I like how they kept I like how they kept a lot of things secret about Mario Odyssey, because they didn't even reveal Cappy at that January event.
Yeah, that was a
they kept
complete
it
secret. I'm surprised that they were able to hold off for that long.
Yeah, I was thinking that like every time they showed stuff about it, I'm like, I'm gonna know everything about the game before it comes out. All these kingdoms, and that wasn't even like half of them. Yep. It's like, oh, thank God. I wanted it to be a surprise, like when I first played 64. But that was a great event. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Which goes into the third topic, which has to do with our Nintendo Switch launch day experience. Now, for me, I'm gonna talk about the actual day itself, like the day that came out, but also talk about before, because like we said earlier, like at midnight, I believe, you were able to pre-order Nintendo Switch. I didn't pre-order it that night. I ended up pre-ordering, I think, the day after or something like that. Unfortunately, I did not get the Master Edition of Breath of the Wild, and I was so mad. I regretted not staying up and pre-ordering that because I love like Zelda is my like next to Mario. Like Mario is my number one, but Zelda has a special place in my heart, and I would have loved to have that Triforce on my desk.
That's so cool.
But yeah, I was so mad because it's like I was going to get that. I was going to get the special edition, but I waited out on it at the last minute. So by the time I actually wanted to get it, it was sold out, and I couldn't get the. I was gonna import the master edition, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Man.
So yeah. So but I ended up I pre-ordered both Zelda and the Switch on during like the day after, and then that day on launch day, I remember because that week that was hype week. That was hype week. I was hyped. Yeah, one just because some like if you were on YouTube the entire week, it was switch. Like everyone, like if you were a brand ambassador, I mean, like people had review copies of Switch games. They were showing off the system, and I was it brought my hype level up. And then we had that one incident where someone showed off the Switch a little bit early, and then it turned out that they actually stole the Switch.
Oh yeah.
Wait, when was that?
It was like I think it was like 2 weeks before the system came out. 2 weeks before the system came out, someone uploaded a thing on YouTube, and they were showing off the Switch. And then they said a friend gave it to them. But apparently it came out that they actually stole it. I guess from I'm assuming like not the manufacturing line, but I guess like probably like a distribution center.
Oh wow, I don't even remember hearing about that.
Yeah, it was on YouTube, but I mean, it got me hyped though, because I'm like, wait, this is the Switch menu, which I have to say, like,
yeah,
that menu is slick. It's like it is fast, like it is super fast. I think it's even faster than the PS4 when it comes to like boot times and stuff. If I'm not wrong.
And the sounds.
And I don't know, I love how it is. I will say I do miss the classic sounds that you would hear, like on the Wii U or the Wii or 3DS even. Like I do miss those, those unique sounds that you would get, because it's like you turn on your Switch and it's so quiet. It's like
yeah,
it's like sheep.
It seems less Nintendo-y if you ask me.
Yeah, which I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing though, because I mean, like for example, like with the Wii U took, it had like pretty, like I remember like at launch on the Wii U, it had some pretty bad load times. Like it would take like 3 minutes to load to the home menu. But with Switch, you can just press the home button and you're like instantly there. And I like how you can I love how you can add a friend even when you're online in the game. I love that. Awesome. That is so cool.
Perfect.
Oh man, but going back to like my launch day, like that entire week it got me so hooked up because I was watching YouTubers, and there's also some friends of mine who are brand ambassadors that I know who got review copies of the Switch, and I would see their videos. I'm like, oh my god, I wish I was you. Like for example, like my friend John, Blob LP. I don't know if anyone knows him, but I remember when he got his Switch early, I was like, bro, I'm gonna buy a plane ticket. I'm gonna hop to your house. We were playing Switch. I mean, it never happened, but I wanted to. I'm like, oh man, I want to go to your house, play some Switch.
Wow.
It was cool though. It was cool. Like, it got me hyped. So I remember like the entire week at work. I'm like, okay, it's Monday. We got 4 more days left. It's Tuesday. We got 3 days left. And then Friday, I was excited. I was ready to go home. Like, I was like, my brain was on Switch. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, all I hope is that Amazon does not screw up with my delivery. That's all I care about. Because Amazon, man, I will tell you some stories. I have, like, I swear, like, some of the delivery people are just so lazy that they just don't come up to my house. Like they'll say that, like, we missed you. I'm like, I was home all day, people. So, I was like kind of like nervous and anxious at the same time. I'm like, oh my god, I hope I don't have to wait till Saturday to get this thing. So I remember as soon as it was time to clock out, I clocked out. I made my Uber. I went home and I'm like, okay, it's not here yet, But I waited a good 2 hours, and in the minute the Switch came to my door, I remember I think I did a selfie or something on Twitter. I opened it up, and I remember the first time booting up the system, we hear that click. I was like, yes, I have a Switch. I have a Switch. Oh, and I was so excited to play Zelda, because Zelda, man, like I said earlier, Zelda is my series. I was originally a Mario guy, and I will always be a Mario guy as my number one. My number two has to go to Zelda, because I love the world, I love the characters, I love the environment, and it was just so cool to be able to go around this open world and take it with me. And it was, I love the experience. That was the best weekend. The March 3rd through March 5th, best weekend of my life. I was grinding. I was on it 24/7 that entire weekend, just playing Zelda, trying to get as much done as I could.
Wow.
Oh man! But how was your experience? What were you guys' launch experience? Did you guys get it at launch? Well, I have to assume you guys did.
Well, actually, I didn't get mine on launch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of waited out a bit because I wasn't really too sure at first. But yeah, eventually I did.
What game did
you know one?
get for it?
Mario Kart and Zelda. But you know one thing that I think is really cool about it?
What?
Just the entire unboxing of it. The way you open the box and the Joy-Cons and Switch are there, instead of how they usually do in the past. It's just layers.
Yeah, I love how you open it up and then you have the Joy-Con on the side and then the system itself in the middle. That's so
yeah,
cool.
Really.
Great presentation.
Now,
Which ones did you get?
Oh, I got the gray one.
Yeah, same.
Yep, me here too.
We're all gray boys. Hashtag gray boys.
Yeah. I did buy the colored ones a couple weeks later, just to have an extra pair. But they were the last ones in Best Buy.
Nice.
Did any of you guys get a Pro controller?
I didn't at launch because I thought I was gonna be fine with using the grip. I didn't get a Pro controller until the Splatoon 2 demo because for some reason it was just so the grip was so small. I couldn't play the test file with it. I just couldn't play it properly. So I'm okay, I'm gonna go and get a Pro controller. And since then I've been using that ever since.
Yeah, the Pro controller is my way of playing Splatoon.
Yeah, for me the big I think it was January 13th. I don't know if that was the event. Was that the day of the event?
Yeah, I believe it was.
So it says on my Amazon thing that I pre-ordered the Switch then, and I got one to Switch from Amazon as well, but a couple days later, because I guess I was thinking about it. And I ordered Zelda Special Edition because, like you, I took a little bit too long to get the Master, and I regretted that, of course. And I think the Pro controller, yeah. So I got those from GameStop. So I was biting my nails on launch day because I had my camera equipment set up with a table and some props on the table to do a video, and I was and I'm just sitting here waiting, and the mail is taking forever because UPS delivers at 5 p.m. where I live. So I'm oh my gosh, please come. And finally it arrived, and I sat there and I did a recording and I hated it. So I scrapped it, and then I asked my mom to come because she's fun. I'm maybe we can do it together. It still was not cool at all. So I just, I was you know what? It's 6 p.m., 7. I just want to play with this thing. I don't care anymore. So I did I put in one to Switch, and Kirsten and I played for an hour. And then finally I was setting it up too, you, and I put some images on Instagram because I didn't use Twitter at the time. And then finally I popped in Zelda the next day, and I just devoured that game I just was lost in it for days. Looking for every shrine, learning everything I can, trying to learn it by myself, without any guides, blind. and only like a couple little hints like about horses and how the colors differentiate like how they work. But oh my gosh. And then I decided the next day to rebox everything, go outside, get a fresh perspective, and then unbox that, the Master Edition, and some other stuff. And I never uploaded that video. So the only video I uploaded was the Zelda unboxing. And so that was my third time unboxing the Switch. I reboxed it.
Thanks so much for watching this discussion video. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. Also, while you're at it, press that nice little bell icon so you'll be up to date to all my future live streams and videos. As always, I've been the GameNFormer, and I'll see you guys next time.